another episode of season 9 of Cook with Jake and Joy. Amazing. And today we're making a dish that we have wanted to make in the past, but it's felt too complicated.
Felt way too complicated.
It's a tuna casserole. So tuna-less.
It's a little play on
tuna casserole.
Oh, I get it, because there's no tuna.
And we've made those tuna smashes.
Yeah, the
and
tuna
they're
salad
delicious,
sandwich, yeah.
and they're really fast. This is a little more complicated.
Yes.
But
yeah.
we've wanted to make it for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, before we get started, I'm going to give you the ingredients so you can follow along. So for the sauce, we need 2.5 cups unsweetened non-dairy milk, a 1/2 cup unsalted cashews, 1 teaspoon granulated onion, 1/2 teaspoon ground black pepper, 2 to 3 teaspoons kelp granules or powder, although we think you should add more after tasting it. 1.5 cups uncooked elbow or small shell pasta, 1 medium yellow onion chopped, 8 medium cremini or white mushrooms, 2 cups green peas, frozen and thawed or canned, 3 cups cooked garbanzo beans.
And salt and pepper it doesn't call for.
And salt and pepper, which it doesn't ask for, but we think you should add it. We are going to first make the sauce.
Yes.
And we're going to do 2.5 cups of unsweetened non-dairy milk. So we're using soy, but if you want to use oat or almond or whatever,
And you
can.
think soy is a lot creamier
I just
than
feel like
anything
soy
else.
or oat are really creamy. Almond is kind of thin. 1/2 cup unsalted cashews, 1 teaspoon granulated onion, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, ground black pepper, and then 2 to 3 teaspoons of kelp granules. So now, this is going to make it have that seaweedy kind of taste. So the author of this recipe said they don't like it, so they don't put it in. And to start, 2 to 3. So you can always add more if you like it more sea tasting. So we went with 2 teaspoons of the kelp granules.
And tell us about kelp. And while you're doing that,
so
I'm going to
cool.
start, while you're doing that, because we're going to blend that and it's going to make a lot of noise, I'm going to start the onion. So we're doing 1 medium onion. It's about 2.5 cups altogether.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start that. I'm going to put it into the pot that I actually cooked the pasta in because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to cook in a skillet. And what's the difference between the shapes? So I'm just going to add it to this. And it doesn't ask for any liquid, which is really, really interesting. Onions do sweat. So that might be the reason why, but I'm going to add the onion and the mushrooms while you talk about the kelp.
Yeah.
This is 8 cremini mushrooms. It said sliced or chopped. I left them in quarters because I think having that texture is going to be really good. So that's how I'm
And they kind of
leaving.
shrink down.
Yes.
Mushrooms do a little bit.
Mushrooms are high in chromium.
Yes. And that's the only thing you know, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But they also have vitamin D. They're the only plants that have vitamin D in them. So
Yes.
it's very cool to get that in
Yes.
as well. So that's a mushroom factoid. All right, so the
factoid.
kelp. The kelp is really cool. So kelp is high in iodine, which supports the production of thyroid hormones, which is really interesting.
Say that again.
High in iodine. So that supports
Okay.
the production of thyroid hormones.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
It has, I don't know how I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, fucoidin, which kills cancer cells.
Huh. Fucoidin.
It helps to naturally induce labor.
Oh, wow. That's the second thing this season that
reduces
naturally
sugar
reduces.
levels, so it can help with diabetes. Helps with weight loss because it's low in calories and low in fat content. And this is super interesting. Can treat virus-related liver diseases like hepatitis C.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Really
Super
interesting. I don't eat enough seaweed.
I know, same.
Well, you eat sushi. You eat vegetable sushi, and I
yeah.
don't do that very much.
I do like seaweed salad. I've been eating more seaweed salad in my life
Cool.
these days, but
Cool.
yeah, I need to eat more kelp.
So why don't you blend that? And
Okay.
how long does it say to blend it for? It says
Just
place.
blend.
Okay. So it says to let it sit for a while, like we just did.
Yeah.
And then it says to cook pasta, and it says elbow pasta 1.5 cups. We're using this Ancient Harvest.
Which we like. Now,
Have you had this?
Yeah. Now,
I haven't.
It's super important that when you're cooking gluten-free pasta, that when you put it in, you stir it right away. Otherwise, it'll stick to the bottom of the pan, and then it's a mess. So you got to stir it right away, and then stir it as it's cooking. Can't kind of just leave it. Do that for 5 or 6 minutes, and then test it. And then we're doing the onions, so we're doing that for 5 to 7 minutes until
And the
it's soft.
pasta, this pasta was done at 5. In fact, I could have even done it for 4.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit.
And then we need a food processor. It says.
No, we don't have to use a food processor. We can mash the garbanzo beans with a potato masher,
so-
which I don't want to mess up. A food processor is messy.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to have to clean a food processor when I can use a potato masher.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're looking for the texture.
Okay, so we need to mash up the garbanzo beans, which are in this can. So we're gonna do them over here.
So, and I want right here.
Yeah,
and
so
what I
yeah,
want to
that's
show
it.
you is that I got the 365 version, and neither one of these are low sodium, which you can get low sodium beans. There's 90 milligrams of sodium in these for 120 calories. And the one that I got from Sprouts is 130 calories with 140 milligrams of sodium. Nice. So I would choose the one that has 90, but you can get beans that have much lower than that.
Yeah, and then potato mash away.
You use garbanzo beans a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I love them. I make the faux tuna salad a lot with them, which is because it's so simple and easy. And I'll just stir the onions
here. I do love that. And does Jameson like garbanzo beans?
He does like them as well.
I'm not a huge fan, but they are really great for recovery from athletics. Really good. Like they are one of the top things that you could do. In fact, our superfood smoothie mix that our company sells has garbanzo beans in them. And that's why I really like people to eat it. Are those onions doing okay?
Yeah.
Are they getting translucent yet?
They're not quite done. They're on their way, but they're not quite yet.
All right, so what's the next thing?
So then I got to blend the sauce. So I'm going to do that right now.
And we don't add any of this other stuff yet to the pan?
No.
Not yet?
Then add to the soup pot and stir. So it must be that with onions.
Okay, so blend. Okay, so right now we blend. We put this in.
Add to the soup.
Add
put
to
that
the soup
in,
pot. Yeah.
and then we blend the sauce until smooth. So I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
Okay. We're doing two things at once here.
Ah! It's scary. It's fast. It's two chefs in the kitchen.
Sounds like a car
So
revving
we're doing
up.
this a little bit backwards. We cooked the pasta, and then we cooked the onions and the mushrooms, and now we're going to add the pasta to the onions and the mushrooms. Not the sauce yet.
No, because we're going to do the garbanzo beans.
Then we're going to do the
next.
garbanzo beans and the peas. There are frozen peas in this, which I have this secret love of frozen peas. I'm getting this everywhere.
This might not have been a big enough pot.
I think it is. I think
It's going to be tight.
It'll be tight. But you know what? We have a big pot right behind it if it's too tight.
That's right.
Right?
Okay, so then you did
The
frozen
peas. I didn't do the frozen peas. We need 2 cups of frozen peas.
Okay.
So look how that looks like tuna fish. See, I think if we put it in the food processor, it wouldn't quite look like tuna
it would get
fish.
too
right.
So 2 cups of peas.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay, one in a little bit and a little bit more. I'm gonna do a little less because I overfilled that one.
I don't mind a lot of peas. Yum. This
Okay.
looks just like those tuna casseroles that my mom made when I was little. The hamburger helper.
Totally
Tuna
makes me think of
helper.
that.
Okay, so when do you put the liquid
Now.
in? Now? Okay,
Yep,
go ahead.
ready?
Do you think it's all going to fit?
I don't know. We're
think
gonna
it
find
will.
out.
Okay, let me stir that first. Okay. Feels like we should put cheese in this.
And put some potato chips. We always put potato chips.
You did?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Okay, I
Okay.
think it's going to work. Yum, yum, yum.
I'm just gonna pour the rest in.
And what it says is that you don't need to put oil or parchment paper in the pan.
Which is pretty cool.
And it also said to use a 9x13, but I think that's going to be really thin.
Yeah, I like it a little thicker.
I do too. I want to have it be more
might
like
mean you need to bake it maybe longer.
we might have to bake it a little bit longer, but that's okay. And we're supposed to bake it at 375, but of course we're breaking the rules and we're baking it at 400.
Yeah.
Which I think will be
I
fun.
thought Alex liked 450.
He does, but I think even he would agree with this.
Maybe his nickname should be 450.
Okay,
450?
so just
Should we
here
do
go.
this?
Let's
Should we do
right
it
here.
over the sink, knowing us?
I think we should do it right here,
Okay.
right in front
I
of
can't
the
believe that it says we don't need any oil or parchment paper. Ah!
Oh shit! You want some help?
I think I got it. I'm strong like bull. Wow, that's beautiful.
That looks really, really nice.
That
We're gonna
looks-
definitely have to bake it longer than we think.
It would be more entertaining if you spilled half of it on the floor.
No, well, that would be me. That's what I did the first season when I didn't have you, Derek. I was spilling half of it on the floor. If you run into that camera light, that light one more time, I'm going to laugh. That would be hilarious. Okay, so we just bake it now for 35 minutes? Is that right? Is
Spoon
that right?
it in there. No, bake uncovered for 35 to 40 minutes until the top is lightly browned.
Ah, okay.
And that's it.
Good. And everything's already cooked in it, so like it's just a matter now of the consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Want to open it up? I'm excited about this. I think it's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Yum.
Okay. Here we
Every time with the mints.
Here we go. Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, wow, it's bubbly.
Looks really good.
Champagne?
It's bubbly. I think it looks really, really, really good. What do you think?
I think it looks awesome. Let's put it up there.
Could it be a little browner? I mean, we did it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's
We'll have
great.
to wait for it to cool
Yeah.
down the taste, but we'll let you know in the notes
If how good
on
it is.
YouTube. So we've always wanted to do this.
I
It's
know.
really good. I kind of thought it would be a little harder.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty easy.
Well, because it's thick, So I wonder if we.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
No, I mean harder to make.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see.
I like it. I like it. We hope you like it too. And we'll see you next time.